Cause you don't do.
Your physique
You can't
changed.
talk. You can't
He's now.
You
got
can't
no
talk.
muscles. So his muscles gone. His voice is gone.
Hey, look at
gone.
Look at that. Hey,
Talk that shit.
This is gone.
hey, you can't train that.
When he
You
got off
can't
the
train that
PEDs,
jaw. You gonna get fucked.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is,
Bill, what was said yesterday?
what the hell
Devin needed his daddy here.
happened to Ryan Garcia? This is not the same Ryan Garcia
No.
at all.
No.
I got
Rolly,
multiple
listen,
personalities.
Rolly Romero, listen, everyone
I
tune
got
in.
multiple
Wait a
personalities.
second. This is going to be
And you
a
don't
great
want to
fight.
see the crazy one. You don't want to see the crazy personality.
Wait, listen.
Anyways, we did been doing some research for Mario. He fucked Keith Thurman with 10-ounce gloves. We don't want that. We want 8-ounce.
What's that?
Keith Thurman, he fought him with 10-ounce gloves. We want 8-ounce. So we want to know what decision you're gonna make. Are you gonna do 8-ounce or 10-ounce? I want it 8. I want to go at it straight up.
Oh, 8?
We want the danger.
already determined. We already got our 8 ounces.
Okay, so we're doing 8.
Are you
Let's
kidding?
go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, well, I don't know who we're good, but we're doing 8-ounce. That's what we get.
Oh, no, 8.
There you go.
8-ounce or 10-ounce. He picked 8. So we're not even gonna give it to him. Actually, you know what? You already made your decision.
All right. All right.
That's me.
This fight isn't about who's better. It's about whether Ryan Garcia beats his opponent or himself.
I'm not a
You and your
cheerleader.
son is some bitches.
You a great
You the
fight,
biggest
bro.
bitch out of all of them. You a big
Listen,
That's why you was a pig, right? You a
Listen.
You a little You a bitch.
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Get him!
I love it. Bill brings it out of me
There might be
though.
a fraction of Ryan Garcia that we saw.
Hey, I don't give a f what you say, Bill.
A whole bit of it.
There they are.
During this press event, there were moments that briefly showed the strongest side of Ryan Garcia breaking past the chaos. It tends to appear every time he drops the act and begins speaking honestly. Truly.
WBC. Woo! Yeah. Whatever. WBC. Yeah.
Do I have to?
Oh, this one's for Wally, but we'll save that. Joe's first.
Oh boy.
First
Trainer, right?
Oh no, yeah.
Right.
You already did the program.
I hope.
The trader, Joe Goosey. There you go. There you go for you. Wally somewhere. I don't know where you're at.
How he spoke about being fully focused, about realizing his body has limits, about returning to those who shaped him. That wasn't Showman Ryan. That was the fighter talking. And that side always lands stronger.
At the end of the day, you know, I know what I went through after the Haney situation, the scandal, all that. I don't really want to get into it too much, but it did take a toll on me. They wanted me to try to force a fight, and I did, and I was uninterested, and the performance showed. But that's just how it is. In order to be a great quarterback like Tom Brady, you have to forget what happened and worry about the next play. And that's what I am. This is the next play.
When he laughs around, passes out gimmicks, says mano a mano, then suddenly locks in and says this has to be a win, you can feel the switch turn. That's when Ryan becomes a real threat. He's always performed best when emotion tightens his focus instead of taking control. And you could clearly hear it.
Play. I gotta go grab that title. I'm hungry, I'm excited, and I'm ready to put on a show. To me, it's all the show. I want to put on the best show possible, and you guys are gonna get a great fight. This guy, he ain't gonna lay down, and I actually gotta be more careful for him. If I'm sleeping, he'll be mine. So right now, I'm super locked in, and you're gonna see, obviously, the best version of myself that you've ever seen.
Then everything shifts the moment Mario Barrios joins in. Because Barrios doesn't try to sell moments, he gets through them. His calm, almost brushed-off way of speaking carries quiet confidence. The kind that says he's faced bigger stars and much harder nights before.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. And I'm truly honored. I'm really honored to be part of this huge fight. This is how it's supposed to be. I didn't like it last time around. There's a lot of other people on the stage. This is one-on-one, mano-a-mano. This is how it's supposed to be done. One main event.
You're 27 years old, but coming off that recent loss, you said to me earlier, you don't want to get that third.
Oh, no, that shit don't even sound good.
How important is this fight?
2's cool. 3 is too much. You know what I mean? 2, yeah, okay, I could work with that. I could build. 3 is like, damn, you really lose. So, I don't want to get this third loss at all. He don't want to get it. It's debatable that he lost his last fight, but, it was called a draw. But, at the end of the day, I think we don't want to lose. And we're both at this moment. So that's why I think this is going to be a very sleeper fight.
And when Joe Goosen mentions showing up with 120% while Ryan brings 100, that isn't trash talk. It's a signal about tempo, endurance, and wearing someone down. Things tighten when Ryan starts talking about loyalty, past teams, and old wounds. Because now it's not only about ability. It's history clashing with forward motion.
That we're gonna get a Ryan that's 100%, and that makes me happy to hear. So when I will put on the 21st, there are gonna be no excuses. But yeah, like you said, y'all know what I get. I mean, y'all know what y'all get when I step in the ring. I don't quit on my knee. I always, go out there and
he said the same thing, literally line for line.
Anyways,
he got it to work.
You're gonna get it. Like, for the boxing fans, are gonna get a great fight, and this ain't a fight that you guys want to miss. Thank you.
And the vibe flows smoothly from the loud stage drama into a more honest studio feel once Chris Algieri starts speaking. Because the noise fades and the awkward reality settles in. Chris doesn't even try to frame this as something earned anymore. He straight up says Ryan Garcia doesn't deserve a title shot after a loss. Then he shrugs it off like, that's boxing. Big names don't stand in line. And he's not wrong. People can complain, post online, debate fairness all they want. But when Ryan Garcia shows up, eyes turn, tickets sell, and the rulebook suddenly bends. What stands out is that Algieri doesn't protect Ryan either. He calls him exactly what he is, a wild card. He reminds you that one version of Ryan drops Devin Haney like something out of a sci-fi glitch, while another version drifts through the Rolly Romero fight like his mind was somewhere else entirely.
Again, thank you for the time we had together, guys, and I know it's going to be a great fight. I know you're working hard.
How could you, Joe? That's messed up.
Pardon?
I said, how could you? That's messed up.
What's messed up?
You know what I said? I mean, just can't believe you're doing this to me. That's insane. You hurt my heart.
Well, I'm still not sure.
You broke my heart. It's over. It's over. We're done.
Again?
We're done. Yeah, I'm breaking up with you again.
Now, how did I do that?
You just broke my heart. Just move on.
That's the real fight in a nutshell. Not Ryan against Mario Barrios, but Ryan against reliability. And when Chris explains Barrios, there's no hype involved, only truth. Simple, steady, tough, and that's exactly what makes him risky. Fighters who keep it basic don't undo themselves. They wait. They let you choose wrong. Algieri gets it right when he says if Ryan isn't sharp, simple will absolutely make flashy look foolish. But then he turns it around, because if Ryan lands that left hook with the timing he had against Haney, the night could finish fast, brutal, and silent. That's the tension. That's why everyone's tuned in, even while admitting the logic doesn't quite work. Chris keeps circling the point like a caution sign. You can't forecast Ryan because Ryan doesn't always know which version is showing up. That's not an insult. That's the most honest scouting report in boxing. This fight isn't about numbers, titles, or storylines. It's about whether disorder finally learns control, or steady discipline quietly survives the chaos under the lights.
So the 147-pound weight class is serious business, and like I said before, watching Ryan right now, puts a smile on my face, because I think we're gonna see the old Ryan that we've seen in the ring, who is determined, who is strong, who wants to go out there and just knock your head off.
And the transition from Algieri's calm studio breakdown to Conor Benn's raw, street-level truth feels natural. because Conor doesn't look at Ryan Garcia like an analyst. He responds like a fighter who's been through disorder and recognizes it instantly. When he says he's leaning toward Barrios because Ryan is a risk, that isn't dislike. It's a medical red. Ben isn't doubting ability. He's doubting dependability. And in boxing, that's a far harsher judgment. He comes right out and says consistency beats everything. And that's the moment Mario Barrios starts to feel dangerous without even opening his mouth. Barrios doesn't need highlight clips. He needs rounds, tempo, and an opponent who might hesitate. And when Conor talks about Ryan's struggles, you can hear the understanding, but also the caution. He's basically saying, I know how hard it is to return when life hits first. And if the right people aren't around you, the ring exposes it.
Yes, of course. And is he deserving? No, absolutely not. We all know that. We know that. He knows that. You can't go off of losses and go right into world title fights. It's it's laughable. But when you're a superstar, and Ryan is that, he's a global star, you can do that. Manny Pacquiao comes out of retirement, 5 years, steps right into a world title fight. Okay, yeah, is it right? No. Does he deserve it? No. But does it happen? Yes. And does it work? Yes. And is this going to work? Yes. So it is what it is.
That Rolly Romero fight gets mentioned for a reason. Ben doesn't focus on the knockdowns or how it looked on camera. He says Ryan wasn't ready. Period. Then he drops the comment that shifts the whole mood. Training with your dad in the living room doesn't inspire confidence at this level. Not because fathers can't coach, but because once comfort sets in, accountability changes. Ben paints Barrios as the opposite force. A guy fighting for pride, for legacy, for the tough things that never go viral. And yeah, the contrast between fighting for attention versus fighting for purpose lands hard because it's real, not because it's flashy. Conor isn't saying Ryan Garcia can't win. He's saying the version that crushed Haney has to show up, not the one still bargaining with his own discipline. That's the tension. Barrios doesn't need to be amazing. He just needs to be himself for 12 rounds. And if Ryan slips even slightly, Ben's take is simple. When the night drags on, steady hands usually beat fast ones.
And I think the implications for the win here, especially if it's Ryan, are huge. So, but again, Ryan is one of the biggest question marks in the game. Super talented guy, but sometimes does not show up. Rolly Romero, people were talking about him walking through Rolly's like it was nothing, and then he ends up taking a loss, getting dropped and losing. So there's I don't know exactly who's going to win this fight, because that's when it comes to Ryan, any prediction you make, it can go completely the opposite way.
And just as Conor Benn lays it out like a therapist breaking down chaos versus control, Rolly Romero barges in and says, "Nah, I'm not here to analyze anything. I'm here to laugh at the confusion." That's pure Rolly. He doesn't act like he knows which Ryan Garcia is showing up. He turns the uncertainty into a weapon. When he shrugs and asks, "What are you all expecting?" He's not avoiding the point. He's pointing straight at the mess and saying, "This is the fight." And when he jokes that Ryan might still be dealing with PTSD from their bout, that's Rolly blending comedy with pressure. Because underneath the jokes is a reminder that their fight revealed something real. He keeps hitting the same idea from different sides. Being unpredictable isn't mysterious. It's dangerous. I laughed when he tossed in the streaming jokes and the line about money drying up. But that's Rolly doing what he always does, poking holes between image and reality. We're still unsure which version of Ryan we're getting.
Ryan or Barrios, who are you favoring?
Barrios, I think Ryan will... Oh man, I think Barrios is going to do it. I just think Ryan's a liability. You just don't know what to expect. And I feel like in a game where you have to be consistent, Barrios is consistent. And consistency beats anything else. But I think I'd like to do Rolly in May. Rolly in May at the O2 Arena.
That's a good fight.
I think so. I think so. It's at the O2 Arena in a couple of days.
He's basically saying Ryan is always in content mode, and boxing couldn't care less about content once the bell sounds. Then he swings it back to the actual matchup and, without dropping the act, backs up what Ben already suggested. Consistency is everything. You don't have to dislike Ryan to wonder if he's truly locked in. Rolly doesn't even debate it. He just keeps saying, "I don't know," and somehow that hits harder than any firm pick. Even when Mario Barrios gets mentioned, Rolly doesn't pitch him like a hype man. He describes him like a known factor. Pride, pressure, self-respect, no mystery attached. That contrast says enough on its own. And the funniest part is Rolly refusing to choose an outcome at all, telling everyone to stop guessing and just watch it play out, because that's actually the truth. He's not selling certainty. He's selling chaos. Whether he's joking about free drinks, dodging serious questions, or lightly trolling Ryan's preparation, the message never changes. If Ryan shows up focused, he's dangerous. If he doesn't, boxing chews him up. Rolly isn't picking sides. He's reminding you that boxing doesn't reward vibes. It rewards who's ready when it counts.
Is he prepared now? You know, he looks unbelievable in the Haney fight. He smashed Haney to pieces. You know, so hopefully he pulls himself together, or has pulled himself together. The fact that he's training with his dad in his living room doesn't give me good signs. He's making influencer money. So why is he gonna choose to do a hard sport where you have, you know, true hard fighting Mexican like Barrios, who's coming and fighting with pride, fighting with his balls, fighting with dignity, fighting for legacy. Very different for someone who's fighting for clicks and views.
And the vibe flows smoothly from the loud stage drama into a more honest studio feel once Chris Algieri starts speaking, because the noise fades and the awkward reality settles in. Chris doesn't even try to frame this as something earned anymore. He straight up says Ryan Garcia doesn't deserve a title shot after a loss. Then he shrugs it off like, that's boxing. Big names don't stand in line. And he's not wrong. People can complain, post online, debate fairness all they want. But when Ryan Garcia shows up, eyes turn, tickets sell, and the rulebook suddenly bends. What stands out is that Algieri doesn't protect Ryan either. He calls him exactly what he is, a wild card. He reminds you that one version of Ryan drops Devin Haney like something out of a sci-fi glitch, while another version drifts through the Rolly Romero fight like his mind was somewhere else entirely.
We're uncertain what kind of Ryan we're gonna get, right? Like what kind of, how's he gonna see him come into the fight? Conor Benn said that. Albert said that we don't know what to expect, what kind of Ryan. If we get a Ryan, obviously focused and training, then he could beat a good fight versus Barrios. So what do you think?
I don't know what I think. You know, like I said,
Gotta give me something, Rolly.
I tell you, for all we know, he might still have PTSD from me.
Think so?
Yeah.
Would you come out on a stream with him? Because now he's streaming. Would you be on a stream with Ryan?
Oh, sounds like the bank account's running dry.
That Rolly Romero fight gets mentioned for a reason. Ben doesn't focus on the knockdowns or how it looked on camera. He says Ryan wasn't ready. Period. Then he drops the comment that shifts the whole mood. Training with your dad in the living room doesn't inspire confidence at this level. Not because fathers can't coach, but because once comfort sets in, accountability changes. Ben paints Barrios as the opposite force. A guy fighting for pride, for legacy, for the tough things that never go viral. And yeah, the contrast between fighting for attention versus fighting for purpose lands hard because it's real, not because it's flashy. Conor isn't saying Ryan Garcia can't win. He's saying the version that crushed Haney has to show up, not the one still bargaining with his own discipline. That's the tension. Barrios doesn't need to be amazing. He just needs to be himself for 12 rounds. And if Ryan slips even slightly, Ben's take is simple. When the night drags on, steady hands usually beat fast ones.
I am not thinking about fighting or any of that stuff. I am just here enjoying my time here in the cold.
What are we expecting from Ryan and Barrios? I know you beat Ryan recently. Dan was very outspoken about how he looked bad in that fight. What kind of Ryan do we expect coming into that fight versus Mario Barrios?
I don't know. What are you guys all expecting?
So when you line all of this up, the picture becomes clear without being oversimplified. Ryan Garcia's side runs on volatility, belief, and moments where emotion sharpens into something dangerous, while Mario Barrios' side is built on routine, toughness, and being the same fighter no matter how loud the room gets. The press conference gave us flashes of the best Ryan, the honest Ryan, the one who sounds most threatening when he stops acting. Algieri broke it down like a scout, reminding us that talent without consistency is a risk, not a strategy. Conor Benn stripped it back even more. basically saying reliability beats brilliance once the rounds start stacking up. And Rolly Romero, in his own chaotic style, wrapped it all together by laughing at the uncertainty and daring you to act like you know what's coming. That's why this fight feels bigger than rankings or logic. This chaos versus control, urgency versus patience, belief versus routine. One guy has to prove he can stay focused when things get uncomfortable. The other has to show that being uncomfortable is where he lives. There's no clean prediction here, just a real clash of identities that's going to answer some tough questions for both careers. Drop your take in the comments. Let's actually talk about it. And yo, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Ring. Catch you in the next one.